There are more than 80 lawsuits against the Trump administration making their way through the legal system. Just this week, a federal judge heard arguments about the legality of the Department of Defense's steps to ban transgender troops. A State Department representative said it would not follow a court order unfreezing foreign assistance payments. Labor unions lost their attempt to stop the firing of thousands of their members as part of the Trump administration's actions to shrink the federal workforce. And the federal government claimed in court that Elon Musk is not the administrator in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. CBS News Department of Justice reporter Jake Rosen joins us now. Jake, let's start with USAID. A judge has cleared the way for the Trump administration to place thousands of employees at the agency on leave. Can you explain the decision and what it means for USAID?
Yeah, that's right. Earlier today, a Trump-appointed judge, Carl Nichols, right down the road here in D.C., put an end to at least a temporary pause that he put in place 2 weeks ago that blocked the Trump administration from putting over 4,000 permanent and in-office USAID employees on administrative leave. Now, this was the first step that the Trump administration was trying to take to kind of dismantle the agency. You can see the pictures on the screen now of the sign literally coming off the building. The judge said that the plaintiffs, which was a union group suing on behalf of its employees, did not prove that its employees were being hurt enough and that they can go to an in-house government agency to remedy any kind of effects from administrative leave or firing.
We've seen several lawsuits trying to stop DOGE in its efforts to cut the size of the federal workforce. Can you give us a sense of how many lawsuits there have been against DOGE specifically and whether those efforts have been successful?
Yeah, and of the 85 lawsuits against the Trump administration right now, 17 of them are against DOGE and or Elon Musk. The big case is the case brought by Letitia James in New York alongside a number of other states. They have, at least for now, blocked DOGE's access to IRS records, including people's social security numbers and important tax information. However, a number of the lawsuits, at least 4 of them, which were brought on behalf of groups suing to stop their access to things like the Department of Education, Department of Labor, they have lost their suit, basically trying to block Elon Musk from getting access to these groups. So DOGE has access. In a lot of these cases, there has not been the proper standing from a lot of these plaintiffs, but in the bigger case, especially getting people sensitive information, the DOGE and Elon Musk have been stopped.
Finally, the Associated Press is suing the Trump administration after it revoked access to some White House events. What's the AP arguing?
Yeah, and the Associated Press is arguing on First Amendment grounds and Fifth Amendment grounds that they have a right to cover the president and they have a right to continue holding the spot that they've had for years, which is that seat in the front row of the briefing room. It is the seat on the plane or any kind of presidential travel. It is that access that they rely on as a wire network. They're claiming that by retaliation, they claim against them as a news network because of the AP Style Guide's lack of or refusal to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, as Donald Trump put in an executive order.
Jake Rosen, thank you.